Hello, friends. Hi. Hey, guys, how are you? I'm a little sick today, okay? I have a stomach virus, at least according to the doctor, and I've just been laying around all day and I'm kind of bored of that. So, I have nothing to do. So I'm going to sit in this chair instead and stream instead of laying down and sitting on couches because I'm so tired of sitting. I'm so tired of just doing. What is there to do? Like I have nothing to do. I wanted to go to work today, but so we have a clinic at the elementary school. They're starting to do, ever since like COVID happened, they started having clinics on like school campuses. So like my admin demanded that I went home early from work yesterday and my admin demanded that I be seen before I left. So I went to the little clinic and then they wrote me out until Thursday. And then my principal was like, okay, so you're not coming to work tomorrow. And I was like, wait, but I want to. They're like, no. So now I'm stuck here. I low key, it's really weird because usually I'm like, yeah, I get to be home and not at work. No, I don't get. I actually wanted to go to work. I don't know. It's really weird. Hey, Danger Man. I did want to go to work this time, but I got barred from going to work, and now I'm terribly bored. I have nothing to do. Thank you for the bitty bits. Thank you for the bitty bits. I appreciate it. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. I have a stomach virus, but I didn't get it very like badly. It started yesterday around like 10 a.m. While I was at work. Like I was like my stomach started hurting really bad and I was nauseous. I was in like the bathroom the whole day. And then I got sent home because obviously I can't watch my kids if I'm in the bathroom. But I only felt like terrible for like maybe like 4 hours. Then after that, I just had like this like kind of cramping feeling in my tummy and I still have it. That like feeling. It's not a big feeling, but it's just enough to bother me. So like this is probably gotta be the weakest stomach virus I've ever had though. So which is good. Cause usually stomach viruses be having you down and out for multiple days. No, not me. It had me down and out for 4 hours. And then after the 4 hours were up, now my tummy just hurts a little bit. And it's been hurt. It feels irritated. My tummy, like the inside of my tummy feels inflamed. It's a weird thing to describe, but yeah, I'd much rather sit here at my desk than like sit in bed. So here we are. You usually get once or twice a year. Really? I get sick in a lot of different ways. I don't usually get sick tummy wise. I get a lot of fevers, I get a lot of colds, but I rarely get like stomach problems when I don't think I've ever had food poisoning. I get like the stomach virus once every like 5, 6, 7 years. My first year teaching 2 years ago, actually the norovirus was going around. Thanks for the bitty bit, I appreciate it. The norovirus was going around, which is like the big tummy virus, probably what I got honestly. And like half the kindergarten teachers were gone. Like it was bad. Like they were like all hands on deck. We had every single like TA at the school trying to cover for the classes and stuff. It was so bad. It was really, really bad. But it's not bad. It's not bad this time around. So I don't know. Bit late, aren't we? Yeah. I don't know. I was like, I'm sick. I'm not gonna stream because I'm a sick girl. Sick girls don't stream. But I'm so bored. Y'all help me. I'm so bored. Me too. 6-7. No 6-7's here. I'm so bored. Ooh, I'm surprised you guys found my stream. It's such a random time. What, it's like 2:50 right now? Like, it's such a random time. I would, whenever I do impromptu streams like this, I usually expect there to be like not a single soul. Yeah, but we're Yip Yap Afternoons today. Bye, Panda. Have fun working. We're Yip Yap Afternoons today. It's not morning time anymore, so stream might be short. It might be long. I don't know. I'm just really bored. So someone talk to me, please. 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 I don't wanna be sitting in bed by myself. And Kotaro goes to work every day. So like, what do you do? What do you do? Hi, Shape. What do you do? Nothing. I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon ZA, but that's not a game I can binge play. I play like an hour at a time. I'll pick it up for an hour and then I'll put it down, and I'll pick up an hour and I'll put it back down. Welcome to the puppy parade, Weaver. So I pick it up and put it down and pick it up and put it down. That's how that goes. Alright, let me say hi to everyone. Hi Shave, hi Undertale, hi Lizzie, hi Pepper, hi Wave, hi Panda who just left, hi Jova, hi Gunner, hi Danger Man, hi Jewish Gimmon, hi Agape, hi everybody, Chicken Sandwich. I think that's everyone. Hi Big Weaver, hey. It's 1450 for you? It's 2050 for, bro, what is that? 2050, that's 8:50, so it's almost 9 o'clock. Kind of stream of the adorable Yip Yapper. Dang, is it 2 p.m. a better time? Everybody's showing up today. This ain't the time I normally stream. Hey, friend. Hey, Macaron, how are you? I usually stream at like 11 my time, and now it's like almost 3. But yeah, I'm really EP. You watch my TikToks a lot? Oh, I appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't been making TikToks as much lately. I don't know. I've been feeling kind of burnt out a little bit. I don't know. I just have trouble balancing work with streaming, and I did it. It's a lot easier to do towards the end of a school year. Since I'm a teacher, it's a lot easier to do towards the end of the school year, because then like once observations are done and your kids already like are starting to pass their assessments and stuff, you know, everything gets a lot simpler and you just get to kind of relax. But you know, we're still towards the beginning of the school year, yeah, so it's like a lot more hectic, and you're still establishing rules even to this day, and we're still introducing new stuff constantly to the kiddos. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little burnt out lately with VTuber and stuff, so I haven't been putting out as many TikToks, which sucks. I'm sorry about that. Welcome to the puppy race shape. But I do plan on getting back into it. This might be one of like the more lower energy streams. Obviously, I'm sick, so I'm not gonna be bouncing off the walls today. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to get that. You can get the bouncing off the walls Cyan on Friday or Saturday. Okay. Oh, about Fridays. I don't think we can keep doing puppy parties on Fridays. Not every Friday, but maybe like once a month or something. Because there's like so many games that like meet. Like, you know, the goal was to do like a different community game every like Friday, and like have like, you know, kind of rotate between games, but like a lot of people don't have a lot of interest in a lot of community games I'm learning. So I might just do puppy party like once a month, and then just save Fridays for when I play like games like when I play like the dog rescue game I was playing, or maybe I'll even play Pokemon ZA or something, and maybe like once a month it'll be puppy parties. We'll have a community night. That way more people can be like, oh, it's gonna happen on this blah blah, I'll be ready, I'll be there. Just going to Twitch and I suddenly found you. Oh, hey, I'm glad that you watched my stuffs and that you found me on Twitch though randomly. That's a good sign. Yeah, that's a good sign. That means my stuff going far. That means I'm gonna be the biggest VTuber on the planet soon. Just you wait. But yeah, I got tummy cramps today. Okay, I got a stomach virus. I got tummy cramps. So no high energy, Cyan. But I'm very bored. So anyone can join the Discord. Yeah, anyone can join the Discord. Discord is for yapping. I'm a big yapper in the Discord. I yap in there all the time. It's my favorite. Yapping's my favorite pastime, for if you didn't know. The day might be a short stream, so. My brother came back from Japan trip. Oh, how'd it go? I'm going to go visit Japan with Kotaru. Oh, fun fact, I mentioned it in the Discord. Me and Kotaru are we're starting to plan our wedding. We're getting married in January. We have a prospective date, but we haven't like solidified it yet. But it will be mid-January. We're planning to get married. We don't really want a wedding because I have anxiety. So I don't really want a wedding, and Kotaru doesn't really want to spend money on a wedding. I don't either, because that costs a lot of money, and I have anxiety. I don't want like all eyes on me either. So I just instead we're going to do like a normal like courthouse like wedding like marriage thing, but then have a family gathering like afterwards. So like we get married in private and then have like a little like celebration of the families. Just so that we can, our families can meet and our families can talk and stuff, and we can get our like wedding cake and all the other stuff, but without the father daughter dance. Oh, exchange of the vows in front of everybody. You know what I mean? I don't like the idea of like, they like the bride and the groom write their own vows and stuff, and then they like read it in front of everybody. Like I don't, if I'm going to write like my vows, I don't want it to be tailored to the public, Like there's going to be stuff you're not going to include in your vows because you're like, oh, well, everyone's going to hear that, right? That's embarrassing. I don't want to put that in there. So I wanted to be able to tailor it to him, So I want to do that like, with not like 50 people watching. Yeah. So that's how we're doing it. Hey, John. So yes, I am getting married in January. That is the plan for right now. We are going to get married in January. And we've been talking. I know my community, you guys been kind of wanting it. We'll probably have like a little VR chat celebration too. So we'll have like the actual marriage, and then we'll have like a family gathering afterwards, and then we can have a VR chat gathering, yeah. Isn't that how weddings should be, like between the families? Yes. Yeah, it should. That's why, but like I just don't like wedding traditions because I don't like being I don't like being the center of attention. So that's why I said we'll have a family gathering instead. So we won't do all like the exchanging, or we won't do all the like the wedding stuff there. We'll just like celebrate afterwards where our family can get to like know each other and stuff. Because I do not want to. Ceremony sounds like the most stressful, scariest day of my life, and getting married is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a thing that you like, and that like a typical wedding does not sound like something I would like. All right, like at all. You know what I mean? That, and also how much money weddings cost. Like you have to pay so much. You gotta pay for a wedding dress. I'm not buying a typical wedding dress. What I want to do, I'm gonna buy a dress I think is pretty. Which is not like a stereotypical like white like fluffy $50,000 dress. I'm going to go to like a store that sells fancy dresses. I'm going to find one that I think is really pretty. That's not $1 million trillion, and then I'm gonna wear that. And then me and Kotaru can match colors. That's honestly what we're gonna do. And so I heard a VR chat wedding. Yeah, I mean, some people in my community have literally watched me and Kotaru like get together. Like my like OG like Vtuber friends from 2021, me and Kotaru weren't dating in 2021. So literally my oldest Vtuber friends have saw us being like just best friends and denying that we liked each other, to like starting to date, to getting engaged, to getting married. You know what I mean? I don't know. Since some of the people in the community have literally been there since before we were even dating, I think it just feels right to have like a little VR chat like wedding idea. I think that'd be cute. And by all my OG VTuber friends, the one I haven't talked to in years. Hey friend, I don't know how to say your name, friend. I really don't. It's just all the middle. It's just the middle keys on the keyboard. I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna call you Middle Keys. But like, why would someone who wants a big wedding? Doesn't it kind of lose the purpose of what the wedding's for? The purpose of a big wedding, I feel, is just some people like the attention. Like some people genuinely, they want to have like the best day ever. They want it to be like a memorable thing. They want it to be the best day ever. They go all out. It'll be something they can remember for their rest of life, because you only get one. You only get one wedding. If you find the one, at least you only get one wedding. I don't know. So most people a lot of people go all out because they want it to be memorable. But I have anxiety. If I go all out, I'm not going to remember it. I'm going to remember it as like the worst day ever, not the best day ever. So that's just how, you know how to pronounce your name? I'm going to call you Middle Keys. That's your name now, Middle Keys. My wife and I talked about going to the courthouse to get married. Also, it's so much money to have it's so much money to have a normal wedding. So much money. Like Like, you gotta account for how many people are there. The wedding dress itself is going to cost $1 trillion. However you determine you're going to like do the ring situation, that can cost a lot of money. Then you need like a location for said wedding. You gotta buy out the location. Which, you know, buying out a location just includes the location. It doesn't include foods and decorations. So you have to go buy the food, buy the decorations for everybody, buy the wedding cake. Like, it's a lot of money. We're not doing that. We're going to have a family gathering at my aunt's house because she loves hosting them. Like 3 people have gotten married at her house, right? Like, my family, that's like a go-to spot for like a big events. Cause she has a pretty decent sized house too. So we're literally just gonna have a family gathering at her house, and all we're gonna do is pay for like a few decorations and pay for like, you know, food catering, and that's it. Since it's gonna be at my aunt's house, she's not charging for us to, you know. And she has a really nice house too. She has a really nice house. We have so many things. I hate that I have epilepsy because I can't go on my favorite artist concert. You have epilepsy? Oh, okay, that's good to know. Thanks for telling me that. I'll keep that in mind when I'm like doing my stream stuff, because occasionally I do like karaoke streams and I have a very flashy background, so I'll keep that in mind. Also, nice background, thank yous. I'm in school. It's the last block. It's 4th, and I'm a little mad at the teacher because she's not here today. I need access for work. Dang, that's just like me. I'm the teacher. I'm not here today. The school. This dismissal just started 5 minutes ago. I'm over here at home streaming. It's terrible, man. This is one of the few times I literally wanted to go to work and they were like, oh no, you can't come. I mean, I get it. Like, stomach virus is contagious, so it was probably best that I didn't come today. But my tummy does still hurt a little bit, but it doesn't hurt like enough for me to like stay home type of thing, you know. The year's almost over. Yeah, it is. Imagine your wedding's just filled with anxiety. That's one way to. Yeah, that's why I don't want to do that. Like, me and Kotaro have been brainstorming about this before he even proposed to me. I was like brainstorming like wedding ideas because I was like, I don't really want a big wedding, and I was like, what do we do? You know, what do we do? Like, is anyone gonna? And he was like. And he was concerned that he thought that maybe his parents would be upset that he wasn't going to have a grand wedding or something. And I was like, well, it doesn't matter what your parents say. Because is it your parents' day? No, it's my day and your day. Because neither of us, because we want to travel, right? You gotta pick your battles. We can't afford a wedding. So we have a lot going on next year, because next year I'm renting this house from my parents right now. Temporarily. Next year they're kicking us out. Next year we either have to buy this house or find a different house. So the timeline is we're getting married in January. We're going to Japan sometime in April. And then we need to have a house or an apartment or a different living space lined up by like August. And that's going to cost a lot of money. And you got to pick your battles, man. If I spend thousands of dollars on a wedding, I ain't going to be able to make a down payment on a house. I ain't going to be able to travel to Japan. So we got a lot of financial things going on, but we should be okay. I mean, I literally lived with my parents for years before like this year, and I've been saving up my money a lot, and Kotaro's been saving up his money a lot. So we're financially stable, and we still will be even after all this. But it is a big life changes are happening next year. 2026 is going to be something for real. Oh yeah, it literally is. We're gonna start like paying off our own house. We're gonna get married. We're gonna travel for the first time. It's gonna be big. Hopefully big and fun and not big and scary. Hopefully we find a good house. My fear, because we can buy my parents' house. They're putting it up for sale. That's why we have to, we have to figure out what we're gonna do, if we're gonna buy my parents' house or we're gonna buy a different house. Kotaro doesn't really want my parents' house because, I grew up in this house, and he said it's not really a fresh start. He wants a fresh start, which is valid, right? You want a fresh start finding our house instead of just finding someone else's hand-me-down house, basically, which is valid. So we're going to be trying to look for a house, but if we can't find one, then this is an option to just stay where we're at. But the goal is to not, at least for him, the goal is to not stay where we're at. If we can find something else with a decent price range, we'll move, basically. My financial plan is next year I want to go to every music festival show. Oh my gosh, my phone is vibrating so many times. Okay. Oh, you follow pretty VTubers? Welcome to the puppy parade. I'm glad you think I'm pretty, even though I'm sick. The wedding cake for me and my wife will be free. Oh, how you gonna get a free wedding cake? Also, VR chat makes you motion sickness. Does it make you motion sick if it's like just the PC version or if you have a headset too? Hey, army boy. Isn't your name usually yellow? Why are you blue today? Did you change it? Did you change your universal color? I swear your name always was yellow. Or am I tripping? Or no, I might just be used to seeing you as a mod in the Discord with the yellow name. Going to chill out in your stream even though I'm breaking the cell phone policy. Yeah, cell phone policies are boring. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Even though you're sick, even when you're sick, you're still killing it. Stay pretty and slay, girly. Thanks, I appreciate it. You're so sweet. You're the true cutie pie here. I wanted to do EDC too, but that would be way too much money. Money is very hard to come by, you know, especially in this economy. It's scary. Well, okay, so I've been talking to people about this because I've had people like, hey, do you still have a job? Like I literally had somebody reach out to me the other day and say, hey, do you still have a job? I'm like, I'm not worried about my job. As a teacher, I have really good job security. Like they're not gonna up and fire you. They can't up and fire you. When you teach, you sign a contract saying you're gonna teach for X amount of years in that district. They can't fire me. I'm a beginning teacher, meaning is between 1 to 3 years of teaching. This is my 3rd year, so I'm on my last year being a beginning teacher. As a beginning teacher, you only get a 1-year contract, so they can just choose not to rehire you at the end of the year for any reason. They can just be like, I don't like you, we don't want you back. And they have that. But once next year I won't be a beginning teacher anymore, so they'll give me like 3-year or 5-year contracts. So it'll be like I'd have to like break the district's code of conduct, or I'd have to like break a law to get fired like that. I'm more concerned about Coach Haru. He got that corporate life. If anyone's going to get randomly laid off, it would be him, and I really hope that's not the case, but that's just how it goes. Like, yeah, teachers don't make that much, but at least I know I will always, have a job. And even if I get fired for whatever reason, I could still, there's, openings in, every single school around here. Like, we are such a teacher shortage right now that I could just I could just get a job at the school around the corner. So, my job security is extremely high. I didn't know the contract said that. Yes, you get... that's why you ever heard those cases of teachers doing really bad things but still but just being moved to a different school district, like this teacher is crazy, we know this teacher is crazy, but we're going to move them to this other school district instead of firing them. That's because the contracts make it a little difficult to fire teachers without a specific cause. You have to specifically break this one rule, specifically do that no matter how crazy they are. The contract's a lot easier to break in the South. I am in the South. But I know the northern states, the contracts are a lot more set in stone because they have unions, right? Most of them are unionized. The South does not tend to be unionized. Unions make it extremely hard to fire teachers. Very hard, from what I heard. There'll be a teacher that's absolute crazy, probably a criminal, and they'd be like, well, we can't really fire you, we're just going to relocate them, That's just how it goes. I've seen teachers from other countries drive almost an hour just to teach in my country. You mean counties? Okay. Me. YouTube? No. YouTube? Are y'all still with me on YouTube right now? Are y'all still with me? Welcome to the puppy parade, Arjun. Are y'all still with me on you? Oh, never mind. It randomly said excellent connection. Never mind. It went down. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. That was so weird. You might have super sick. I love the color blue. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're gonna love it even more. I'm rebranding very soon. Although this is one of my favorite outfits, so I'm still gonna use this one a lot. People love this outfit of mine, but I'm normally a marching band dog. But I'm actually fully rebranding very soon. The goal is to be done with my rebrand by November. I still haven't found the exact date for our for the rebrand. Maybe November. It has to be a weekend so that I can do a morning stream to everyone attend. Maybe like November 16th or like November like 22nd. Something along those lines is something I would want to rebrand on. I'm gonna be a full teacher, doggo. I had the cutest little teacher outfit. I think you guys will love it. I love it so much. And I wasn't the one who designed the outfit, so y'all be looking at me sideways whenever I design my own outfit. But I did design this outfit right here, and you guys seem to like this one. I don't remember how this one came together in my brain though. I think I was just putting things together and I was like, oh, that looks okay. Yeah, I'm gonna add sleeves. Oh yeah, we like sleeves. Like I think I was just putting random like bits and pieces together and I was like, you know what, this look kind of cool. We like the date night outfit. Bum bum. Sorry, I usually mute my my phone when I stream so you can't hear like the vibrations, but since I am technically since the school is still in session right now and I am a teacher, I need to make sure my notifications are on just in case they one of my coworkers reaches out with any concerns or questions about my students. So I do need to make sure that it's a pancake in front of me. I just need to make sure that, you know, I'm looking at my, you know, just in case they say, hey, one of your kids are like dying or something. Do you have the parents' phone? You know, something crazy. I don't know. Dun, dun. I just realized a wonderful loophole with point redeemed. Huh? Cyan gave herself a 5 head before we did. Someone's kid is dying? No, I said in the event that someone's kid might be dying or something, I need to have my phone on so I can respond to that. Also, hey Tara, how are you, friend? No, nobody's dying. No one's dying, please. Welcome to the puppy parade, Yu-Gi-Oh. Hey Cyan, what's up? How's it going? It's going okay. I have a stomach virus right now. So I have like tummy cramps, but they're not like terrible, which is how I'm still smiling and streaming and not like rolling on the floor. They're not bad. I'm on like the end stages of a stomach virus. So like I feel a lot better. I can eat like any kind of foods. I can drink any kinds of fluids. I'm holding everything down now, basically. So I'm at like the end stages of the stomach virus, but like my tummy still hurts a little bit. So, but I'm okay. That's why I'm not overly hyper today. Some of my streams, I'm like, oh, I'm bouncing off the walls. Not today. You ain't gonna catch me doing that. I'm a little sick. My tummy hurt. Welcome to the puppy parade, Wiki Kuma. Your name's really cute. Wanna see a sick magic trick? Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, I love magic tricks. They're my favorite. Bam, bam, ba-dum, ba-dum. Only when caffeine? Oh, was that your magic trick that you followed me? Welcome to the puppy parade, King Ice. You got so many mosquito bites? How? How? That was a great magic trick, King. I love that. I loved it very much. You like soup? I also like soup as well. I'm gonna eat some chicken noodle soup for lunch today. Just because I know that like chicken broth is really good for your tummy and digestive things. I'm hoping if I eat good today, then my tummy will stop hurting me. Yay! Yeah! I would love that. That's my favorite. But everything for my rebrand is going really well. Everything for my rebrand is going really well. I'm excited. I've commissioned I have like 7 different commissions in the works right now. So y'all gotta be patient. Y'all gotta be patient. Although I'm a little nervous because the person who like rigs my model, you know, the person who like puts the outfit on my model and makes it move, I don't know, he kind of disappeared. He disappears a lot. He just disappear in and out. But he hasn't responded since Sunday, so I'm scared. But knowing him, he'll probably disappears like a week and then he comes back for another week. I've been working with this man since 2022. He rigged my first ever chibi model. I've been working with him since back then, so I'm used to him. I'm used to that man despawning and then respawning at random. He did the same thing last year when it was time for me to rebrand. I rebranded again last year. Well, not rebranded, but I got a new model last year, basically. I got this model last year. Yeah, bro disappeared, and then he respawned just in time to like get the rig done, and then he disappeared again. That's just how he functions, so. You gonna eat soup version of me? Yeah, I'm gonna eat some chicken noodles too. You're my 23rd follow? Yeah, I'm so honored. How are you, Pop Trend? I'm okay. I'm a little hurty. My tummy a little hurt. I just say I get a wedding cake for free because I own my own pastry shop. You do? That's so cool. Do you make the cakes and stuff? Or do you well, I guess if you own it, you probably do make some of the cakes and stuff, don't you? That's really cool. I wish I had a cool job. I have an quote unquote honorable job. My job ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool about 5-year-olds running around. Nothing cool about that. It's fun though. My job is really fun. It's really engaging, and I spend most of my days singing songs and having my kids have little dance parties and stuff. But yeah, I feel really bad for not being present today, just because obviously I wasn't expecting to not be present. So my classroom was kind of a mess when I left yesterday. Like I left midday, right? Like I was fine in the morning, took the kids out for recess, took them to lunch, and then when we came back from lunch, I put them on their iPads and I was just in pain in the corner of the room. I was like, I cannot teach today. And then that's when, I called admin. I said, I gotta go home. And so my room was my desk was like left in a mess because I was in the process of reorganizing stuff. Like I was moving things around. And reorganizing. But then I got really sick and I had to go home. So now whoever the substitute is probably like frowning and really upset because they can't even see like any part of my desk because it's all covered. Boink, 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 boink. You're an educator benefiting towards society? Yeah? Well, education doesn't benefit my wallet, bro. I don't get paid nothing. I have workers, about 25 people work for it. Oh, that's a big bakery shop then. Look, you're in a cafe. Mind if I get a slice of cheesecake? No. Everything in the cafe is mine. You can't have. You can't have that all. None. I'm relaxing on the couch. What the teacher have in her room. I'm so comfortable. They have a couch in the class. I guess some teachers, like at least for older kids, used to like bring in like little like couches and cushions and stuff. So why can't you have none? Because it's mine. Don't even look back there. Don't even look back there. All those like desserts on display, I'm eating them all. Well, my stomach feels better, of course. I'm not eating them now. I'm just gonna look at this like cake in front of me, or this pancake in front of me, and I'm just gonna stare at it and wish I could eat it. But I said you can't have it. I'm a little sick, but I'll eat it tomorrow. Like it is what it is. It's super hungry. No, this is my cafe. I buy it out. I buy out this cafe every day. I buy out all the menu items every single day. And there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry, should have got here faster. I've already bought the whole place. Yep, I already paid for all the items back there. I just can't eat them yet. You're a little too slow. You're too slow. You gotta be quicker to that. You know. Wow, you're gatekeeping all this stuff? Yeah, I will. And you still want to eat soup? Yup. I'm gonna gatekeep all the snacks, and I'm gonna eat chicken noodle soup, and there's nothing you can do. What the dog doing? Wagging her tail and being a good guard dog. I'm guarding the food back there. It's mine. It's my food. This is low. A brother trying to eat? Nah, no brothers eating here. Sorry. Only sisters in the form of me. I'm the only sister who can eat here. I'm the only one. No one else. Yeah, skill issue. Exactly. That's literally it. Yippee. I gotta go and get in trouble. Okay, bye. Yeah, don't get in trouble with admin. At your school, John. Thanks for stopping by. Can we distract with the bone? What do you think I am? An uncivilized dog? I've been amongst the humans for ages now. I've been amongst the humans for at least 4 years, and I know for a fact that they do not chase after bones. Therefore, I will not do such a thing. I'm civilized. I'm civilized. Never mind. Sorry, I can't make that joke on stream, sadly. As Neurosama would say, filtered. Yeah, it was filtered. Filtered. It took me a while when I first became a VTuber to realize what I should and shouldn't say on stream. And here we are. Now I'm an expert at it. But I like to just tell y'all that I was going to say something to have you guessing. Now you never gonna know what I was about to say. All right, you can guess, you can think about it, you can come up with your own theories. But good luck. It's probably nowhere near what I was going to say. It's making my ADHD go brr. Yeah, I like the tail that wags too. I was really happy when I found out that like the person who rigs my model knows how to do that. Cause my rigger, he's been with me since 2022. I was one of his first models he rigged, and he has improved so much over the past few years. Like he's literally improved like through working on a lot of different models and stuff, and it shows. Like I can literally show you 3 different models from 3 different times that he has rigged for me, and they're so different. This is peak rigging right here. Like he is so good. He's so good. 3 bones, take it or leave it. I need at least 100. And I can sell it on the dog market and get more money out of it. I'm thinking value. Listen, all those foods back there, they weren't cheap now. They weren't cheap. I'm gonna need a lot. Today is Tuesday? Today is not Tuesday, today's Wednesday. Are you in the past? Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. You were not in the past. You were either in the future. It could be Thursday for you, but it ain't Wednesday. I don't know anybody that far in the past. I mean, I don't think it's possible. It is Wednesday right now. I don't know. I know y'all got me confused right here. I don't know what's going on. Nah. You think you know what it's gonna say? Oh, okay. Good luck. Good luck. You think you're tripping? That's okay. I thought today was Thursday for the longest time, because you know, the Kirby Nintendo Direct for Kirby Air Riders, they said it's gonna be Thursday. I think that's tomorrow, right? I don't know why I woke up today thinking it was Thursday and I come back to my classroom tomorrow on Friday. No, today's Wednesday. Sorry. Today's Wednesday. Bro, where are you? Bro, they're on an island. On a different planet or something. I don't know. There's a Direct. How did I not know this? It's for Kirby Air Riders. Hold on. Nintendo Kirby Air Riders Direct. Yeah, number 2, 10-23. That's tomorrow. It is an hour long. According to people, it will be an hour long. Which the first Direct was like, I think it's an hour at least. It's either like 40 minutes to an hour. I know it's a long one. But like the first Direct was like, oh, it's happening at 9 a.m. Yeah, want me to watch the Direct with you guys tomorrow? Not at 9 a.m. though. It had to be later. Maybe when I come home from work, I'll be like, all right, guys, time to sit down and watch the Direct. You know, I've already pre-ordered Kirby Air Riders, and I've already pre-ordered both amiibos that they have available. Hopefully tomorrow they're going to drop more amiibos so I can waste more money on it. Since they're $50 each, extortion, but you know, it is what it is. I can't complain about prices when I go out and buy it anyways, so. Mew, mew. People be like, man, this game is this is not worth this much money, and then they buy it anyway, so I ain't gonna be that person. I ain't gonna complain about it. It's making fun of Stephen Hawking on a skateboard and calling him Tony Hawking. Tony Hawk! Tony Hawk! You know, I heard in that song Alibo, the lyrics is actually amoeba, and everyone just heard Tony Hawk all these years. Isn't that crazy? I saw you have dual color eyes. That's really pretty. You know, for years, people didn't know I had dual color eyes. Because this is the first model I've ever had that has the transparent hair. All my previous ones didn't have the transparent hair. So when they would do art with me, they would do it incorrectly. And I'd be like, hey, no, this eye is actually like a brown color. And they were like, no, it's not. Okay. People hear Tony Hawk in that song? Yeah, I came across an entire debate on Reddit about it. Yeah, people thought they were saying Tony Hawk. I grew up thinking they were saying Tony Hawk. Turns out they're saying amoeba, bro. What does amoeba got to do with skateboarding? Are you a skateboarding amoeba? I don't know. I always heard him say it correctly. Oh, I don't know. Is it crazy that I didn't notice? That's okay. So did you have a thing that we can use our points on called stream ends? If someone uses that as soon as you start the stream, then no stream will happen. It's as simple as that. I give that to you, the power to you. Now, the only time I will refuse like a stream end would be a big event. So like, let's say I'm hosting a concert. My VTuber group is called Rame, and we're hosting a concert. So, for example, in December, when the concert comes around and I'm hosting it, no, you cannot end my stream. Or next month in November, when I do a re-debut to full teacher Cyan, no, you may not end the stream. But any other stream, then yes. Your coworkers are arguing right now. It's scary. What, are they like screaming like levels of arguing, or? It's also not morning. No, it's just afternoons right now. But I don't got an afternoon logo. This is my first time streaming in the afternoons. I don't know. It is afternoon. Afternoon. Sorry, I got stuck with the music. I'm really feeling it. You know how it really feels my tummy though. My tummy, I have cramps, so like it goes in and out. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, my stomach feels fine, and another time I'm like, ow, 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 ow. Another time I'm like, oh yeah, I feel great, and another time I'm like, ow. Right now is an ow moment. Right now it hurts. It's 3:30 p.m. Yeah, it is 3:30 p.m. in the same time zone. It's 3:30 p.m. Time does not fly. I slept all day. I went to sleep. I woke up at 7 in the morning so that I could create sub plans and send it to like admin so that the sub knows what to do. And then I went back to sleep and woke up at 1 o'clock. So I've only been up for like 3 hours. And I woke up and I was like, man, I'm so bored. Are you just a normal wolf? No, I'm a dog. I'm a normal dog. Wolf, wolf, ow. You know, ow. My current lore is that I'm a marching dog and I lead an army of puppies. We march together, but I'm rebranding to dog. So to classroom teacher. I'm rebranding to kindergarten teacher fully. So soon I'm gonna be teaching puppy classes. You guys will be in my classroom. I'm gonna say, no more welcome to the puppy parade. I'll say, welcome to the classroom, I guess. I don't know. Welcome to my classroom. I always march with you. Yeah, you can still march with me. The marching band outfit ain't going nowhere. But we going. Welcome to the classroom. You know, you're a teacher, yes, and I'm tired of saying that I am a teacher, because all I do is talk about teaching all day because it's an interesting job. All right, I got a lot of stories surrounding my kids, and I hate saying I'm a kindergarten teacher. I'm a kindergarten teacher. I'm a kindergarten teacher with every story. So I'm gonna just make that my brand. Yeah, and see, nobody knows. See, I talk about it every stream, and all the new people come in confused, right? They're like, I don't know, I didn't know that, because it's all I talk about. It's all I talk about. So, yeah, I'm rebranding to kindergarten teacher in November. I got a new outfit. I'm getting a background made, a custom-made background of like a kindergarten classroom. Everything's gonna be like, everything's gonna be like school themed, so that there will be no more confusion. So I won't have to keep stating and restating that I'm a kindergarten teacher and people being super surprised about it. I'm rebranding. Does match a kindergarten teacher or a kindergartner, because those are two different things. My aunt is a kindergarten teacher too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a kindergarten teacher. I have a class of 17. And I have class of 17. Most of them are 6. Occasionally, some of your kids are 5. And if you got a kid that held back, which I had one last year who was 7, but I don't have any kids who were held back this year. The story of the kid who got held back last year was kind of crazy because so the mom had the kid stop attending school around May, right? That's one. Our school's in like early to like mid June. Think like June like 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, in that area. Usually that area. And a kid last year, so the mom took the kid out in May, right? 1 month before the school ended. And then they came back, they switched schools, right? So he went through kindergarten, they pulled him out in May, and they switched schools. They came to our school the next year. They walked that boy down to 1st grade, realized he didn't know a single thing. He went through all of kindergarten and not know one thing at all. They put him back in kindergarten so fast, and the reason that they could hold him back and put him back in kindergarten was because he didn't quote unquote finish it. Since he did not finish out the year, they were able to say, oh, well, he technically never finished kindergarten, so he can't go to 1st grade, and they moved him back to kindergarten. It was kind of crazy. It was really crazy when I think about it. I was like, that's crazy. But he did go through kindergarten twice. Hey, Shadow. And he still did not learn a single thing at the end. By the end of my being in my class, he knew like 3 letters instead of 0. So that was something. He still couldn't count. What drove me insane was that he thought it was funny that he didn't know things. Like, he would laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh it off. And I'm like, how is that funny? Like, I'd be like, what's this letter? And he'd be like, I don't know. And I'm like, what's funny about that? You're laughing because you don't know something? I don't know, man. That kid, he is, as of right now, not going places. Hopefully he gets his act together, or his mom gets his act together, because the mom was hard to get in contact with. The kids who are behind academically are almost always behind because the parents do not care. It is almost always that way. Like, occasionally you will find a kid who's behind and the parent is really active and trying, but the kid's behind anyways. Occasionally that does happen, but most of the time, if the kid is behind, the parents are behind. They don't know what's going on. They won't come for parent-teacher conferences. They won't check the kids' book bag or folders for papers being sent home. They just won't check nothing. And that's just how it goes. So, I don't know. I am a husky though. Yes, blue husky. I'm a husky because I talk a lot. I'm a yapper, and huskies are yappers, just like me. When I created my Vtuber design, I couldn't decide between a German Shepherd or a husky. So I went with husky. Now I'm blue and white husky instead of a black and white husky. You're almost home. I'm coming home, coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. That's all. I'm really EP. I can't believe it's only been 50 minutes. I feel like time is going by in slow motion. I'm bored. There's nothing to do, and time is going by so slow. What do you mean? I slept all day. I've only been awake for 2 hours, and these 2 hours have felt like 10. What do you mean I've only been streaming for 50 minutes? I feel like I've been here for 5 hours. You're also bored? Yeah. I'm glad we're all bored together, I guess. I ain't even got like a talking plan today. I used to like write down a list of things I want to talk about. I was like, genuinely, I was like, I don't know. I'm just bored. Like, you're on an 18th street. That's pretty good. That's a big number. It's a big number, big number. I'm a blue dog. I'm a blue dog with you. I'm sighing a lot because I'm sighing, you know. But yeah, being a kindergarten teacher is interesting. I wish, honestly, because people talk about like how the school system like sucks. Oh, I would never put like my kid in public schools because they suck, and this and that and that and this and that happened. You know what would solve that problem? You know, like some public schools being absolute trash. Funding. That will literally like solve all problems. Hi Ria, how are you? Like, I see so many people online complain about like how trash like school systems and stuff in America are. And as a teacher, I can wholeheartedly say that all of the like almost all the problems the school system has is just the fact that they don't have money. Like, I'm supposed to be teaching. There's certain lessons that we literally cannot teach because the curriculum calls for this and the curriculum calls for that. And then we just don't. The curriculum calls for a lot of different things and we just don't have them. And I'm not going to go spend my money to go buy this material every single time we're missing something. Where do you plan to get the money? You know, I'd have to get real political if I want to start about where the funding should go. And I ain't going to do that on stream. But just know, there is funding to be had for schools. There's a lot of extra fundings that like the government puts in places that aren't necessarily necessary, that could be moved to more necessary things. But that's as far as I'll go. Anyways, it's Ria's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ria. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday, friend. Hey, Rise Army, how are you? Hey, Rise. They don't got money, huh? How does my school have that cash to build a whole new section of the school? See, let me tell you how funding and education works, okay? Funding in education is entirely based on the surrounding area. If you have rich people in a neighborhood, the school is going to be rich, and they're going to be be building multiple things. It's all based on zoning. You know, these kids go to this school, so they're gonna have more money. Like, and that leaves the poorer schools to just be broke and have nothing, literally nothing. Like I work at a Title I school, which literally just means that the area is broke. That, to simplify it, the area is broke. We don't have money. The people who go to the school don't have money, which is why the school doesn't have money. Our bathrooms are broken. Last year I couldn't even teach because of the noise going in the classroom all day long because it was broken. My room is so humid and hot all day, even when it's cold outside, to the point where nothing can stick on the walls. I can't hang out posters. I can't do anything because it's so gross. The humidity is so high that it's literally dangerous, and that's probably why I keep getting sick so much. So much thing that's broken. We don't have half the materials that like the lessons require. They're like, oh, give this material to the kids. We don't have that. Oh, use this for the classroom. We don't have that. You know, like we just don't have anything, you know? Like that's because, and also I'm in a big school district, right? I'm in a huge school district. Like this district has like, I won't say 100, but maybe like 80, 90 schools, and the district is huge. And you can see it in this district because some of the schools in the district are so rich, and they're building rich school after rich school and building them up. Oh, this school got 2 football fields. Oh, this one's got 3, you know. Oh, we're gonna make this huge place here. And then you got the other side of the city where the schools are that like are with the poorer side of the city, and we're like, the school's falling apart. It's hardly functioning. Like, we don't get that, you know what I mean? You in New York or something? No, I'm not. I am not in New York. No, I just live in a bigger city, basically. As an African student, my teachers were straight menaces. A lot came from the army, and they would whoop us like cows, huh? At your school were you in Africa? We had pit in my old school, and they were so bad. We did not dare walk in with clothes on, as guys had to walk in with boxers and their own toilet paper. What? That's a whole different level of problem. That's not even what I'm talking about. Oh my god. My district middle school and elementary schools are less funded, but the high school has a lot, probably because it's the only high school in the district. Yeah. Government focuses on the high schools more? No. Well, I don't know. The high school I went to was also just bad. Like my high school, I'm teaching in the same district I grew up at. So the high school that I was at, we had the same problem. You got the rich, gigantic, like millionaire high schools, and then you got the high schools that are Title I, and they got roaches. They're disgusting, like they're really dirty and disgusting. Things are broken, like things hardly function. Like it doesn't matter whether it's elementary, middle, or high school. It's still gonna be like that. So got to go. You try to catch more streams. You like the stream? Is super adorable. Thanks. I'll next be streaming probably on Friday. Okay, probably Friday. Today it's just a random impromptu stream. Thanks for the gifted sub, friend. I appreciate it. Thank you. I still, to this day, I still haven't updated that gifted sub image. That's so old. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. You would get whipped? I don't know. Ria, is that what you're talking about? I actually have no idea what Ria is talking about on YouTube. We were nice at high schools. I don't know. Y'all good over there, Ria? Are y'all good? I don't know. My high school recently got a whole new building. It has now buildings A and A through M. Now my high school, I will say that my high school did get new buildings and stuff put in. However, the new buildings were we did get new buildings, but the old buildings were like gross and run down and had roaches and stuff. So the new buildings were like the only like nice buildings that we had. Like the school was falling apart, but man, they would build one new building. Okay, now you got this one building with classes in it that's really nice and pristine, and now the rest of them are gross. That's how it was. My high school recently got a whole. Oh, I read that one. You're live on multiple platforms? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I stream on YouTube and Twitch, but with Twitch being my main platform, I've only started streaming on YouTube like 3 or 4 months ago, while I've been streaming on Twitch for like about 4 years. I'm getting close to my 5th year on Twitch now. I only started taking streaming seriously like a few months ago, so I used to just stream whenever I felt like it. I had no schedule. You didn't know when to find me. You ain't know where to find me. I didn't know what was going on. But now I've been really taking care of it. Happy early stream birthday. It's not that early. My stream birthday is February 11th. February 11th, 2021 was my first ever stream. Also, Army gifting a sub got rid of the ad break. Are we good? I'm confused. The ad break was coming up, right? It said ad break will be in like X amount of minutes. And then Army Boy gifted a sub. Oh, I see what happened. I think gifting a sub gave us like 2 extra minutes before the ad break happened. How bizarre. I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, an ad break is supposed to be coming up though. It says right now in 4 minutes. So I guess it gave us like an extra 2 minutes or something. I don't know. Now my affiliate anniversary is next month. That's when I will rebrand. Okay, that's when I'm gonna become Teacher Doggo. My exact affiliate anniversary is November 23rd. That is the day I became, or 22nd, either or. It's 22nd, 23rd is the day I became affiliate. But I don't. But I had to move it last year because I didn't want to stream on that day, and I'm probably just gonna keep it a little earlier. So there we go. There's the ad break timer. Apparently, I guess when you gift a sub, when the ads are coming up, it gives you extra time before the ad break has to happen. Interesting. It'll happen in 5 minutes. How bizarre. I didn't know that. I'm gonna say school nurses are so flipping goated, bro. They're literally the kindest people. Yeah, and most schools don't have enough, school nurses. I mean, literally, most schools share one, right? At my school, we only have a school nurse 2 out of 3 days of the week because we're sharing our nurse with a different school. So she comes to our school for like 2 to 3 days each week, and then she goes to the different other school for 2 to 3 days, and then she comes to our school, and then she goes to other, like, we're literally sharing a nurse between schools, and that's so crazy to me. Like, I have a kid in my class with asthma. Like, when the nurse is not in there, it becomes complicated because only a certain amount of people can like have access to that like room and stuff. So sometimes the principal herself has to like stop whatever she's doing to go unlock the little thing to get his like inhaler out and give it to my child, just because we only have a school nurse for 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Catch you on the flip side. Okay, bye, King. Hi, Wild Heart. How are you? So I just seen a YouTube short saying bards in combat class. Saying bards is a combat class, and that everyone in band is always ready to throw. Now, I don't think bards are like a combat class. Like, if I had to classify like a bard class, I mean, I guess they're mostly support, aren't they? Aren't they support? They can go either way. They can usually go either way. When I played D&D and I was a bard, I was a support bard because we didn't have any healers or anything in our team. So I was the support person. I had adopted a bunch of support spells for people. Plus you get inspiration dice and stuff. Yeah, they're support class. You cannot call them combat. I don't even call them that. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Teleportation. I hate driving. Driving stresses me out. I would go places a lot more if I could teleport. Honestly, would go see the world, right? I would just teleport into a different country, boop, sightseeing. Oh, I gotta go to the store, get some groceries. Let me teleport there and teleport back, you know? Oh, let me just, like, I genuinely, if I could teleport, my life would be so much easier. Driving stresses me out. And my family moved away from me. They're like 5 hours away, and they're like, so you come in for Thanksgiving? And I'm like, how do I get there? And like, you're gonna drive? I'm like, drive. I'm like, y'all know I don't drive, and you're gonna move 5 hours away from me. So now I'm gonna take a plane. I'm literally gonna take a plane for a 5-hour trip. It sounds bizarre. I guess it's like normal when you're like Europe, but like in America, that's a little bizarre, ain't it? 5-hour road trip getting on the plane for that. Because planes are expensive. They cost me an arm and a leg. But I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to drive there. That's scary. So I told my parents, I said, y'all want to see me for Thanksgiving, you're gonna see me on the airplane. So, whoa. Sorry, the shadows outside the window that I'm like at started moving a lot. It's like a tree. It must be really windy outside. That startled me. I didn't expect like the shadows to like move so much. It must be really windy. It looks like a tree. Like a tree just started going. We don't have a tree in the yard, but we have a tree. The neighbor has a big tree, so I bet the sun's shining through that one. It made me think of you since you're always saying you'll fight us. No, I don't say I will fight you. Why would I say that? We all good? Just dang, we would be beaten for anything in school? That's crazy. I have heard of that though. Like some places still do that. Like not in America, but like different countries and stuff still do that. So it is not crazy to hear. But anyways, for my Twitch side, in 30 seconds there will be a 3-minute ad break. During the time I'm gonna put on a be right back screen, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom, get a sip of water, get some snacks, and you guys should do the same thing, okay? I like to use the ad break time as a break for everyone, you know, because no one's gonna sit there and stare at 3 minutes ad break for ads. I hope you don't sit there and stare at 3 minutes of ads. So please go do something in that time. Go stretch. Do some jumping jacks. Do not look away from the screen. Look away from the screens. Do not strain your eyes. Something. I'll be right back, y'all. 3 minutes. Hi, friend. Sorry I take so long. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I gotta do something. Hey guys, I came back. I always come back. Well, not always. There was that one time where I did eat a cookie during my Be Right Back screen, and I completely forgot that I was streaming because the cookie was just that good. And it was a massive cookie. It was a really big one. I was sitting at the table like, oh, this cookie's so good. Came back 10 minutes and was like, oh my god, I'm live. I didn't realize. Yeah, the infamous cookie. Yeah, I won't forget that. I think that was my biggest goof. One of the biggest, goofiest things I've ever done on a stream was just forget I was live and eat a cookie the entire like Be Right Back screen. You're back? Yeah, I am back. I probably won't be back for long though. I am sick, so I didn't really expect to stream very long. I just wanted to do something for a little bit to cure my boredom. I'm not tired of laying around all day, but I think it's just I probably should be laying down yet. My tummy doesn't hurt that much, but I mean it hurts enough to where I probably should lay down. Hey, vitamin. Are you a vitamin? Are you a vitamin? I need a vitamin right now. I'm kind of sick. I got a stomach virus. I got the plague. They said you can't come to work today, bro. I was so upset. Rare moment I actually did want to go to work. You're not vitamin? Dang. Where am I supposed to get my vitamins from, huh? Not the plague. Yeah, I got the plague. You gotta help me. Oh, y'all, I tell you what I'm gonna be for Halloween. I'm gonna be a unicorn. I already bought. I bought. Well, actually, no, I haven't bought. I had to return it, but I need to buy another one in its place. I had bought a unicorn onesie, and I'm gonna wear that. But I took it back because it wasn't the right size. Now I gotta buy a new one. I haven't done that yet though. I need. I'm a kindergarten teacher, and I think it'd be really cute to show up as a unicorn. I already told my students to expect that I'm going to be showing up as something. So I said to them, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna just give you some hints, okay? I'm going to be white and pink. All right, think about something that's white and pink, and they were like a kitty cat, a princess, and I was like, I don't know. Not a single kid gets unicorn though, so I was like, no, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna be all dressed up in a onesie as a unicorn girl. Next Friday. I'm excited. Halloween is on a Friday. What a perfect day for your Halloween to be on. I never had a normal Halloween experience before. I grew up in a pretty religious household. My mom being a really heavy Christian that she is, we celebrated. Celebrate's a strong word. My mom was really against Halloween, but we still did Halloween related stuff so that we wouldn't feel left out. But we couldn't do anything spooky. Nothing spooky for Halloween was the rule. So you can dress up, but you can't dress up as a vampire or a bat. You can't dress up as anything scary. So I was a Ninja Turtle one year. I was a tiger another year. I was an angel multiple years. I was a default costume. Oh, well, you can be an angel for Halloween. That was a default. And then I was a princesses too. It just became more princess and angel as I got older. But when I was little, it was more obscure. You're a tiger, of this and that and this and that. Hey, Silver Girl, how are you? So on Halloween, I was allowed to dress up. Just has to be something wholesome, cannot be anything scary. Which used to make me so mad because I always dreamed about being a vampire. I used to think vampires were so cool and I wanted to be a vampire doggo. And my mom said, vampires are not of the Lord. So I could not be a vampire for Halloween. Also, we couldn't go trick-or-treating because my mom was convinced that trick-or-treating was just a way for bad people to give a bunch of kids bad things, whether they were hiding stuff in the candy they weren't supposed to, tampering with the foods, with the stuff they pass out. So we were not allowed Halloween. We weren't allowed to do a trick-or-treating for Halloween because my mom was just under the impression that everything was going to be tampered with, right? But instead, our tradition instead was we'd wait until the day after Halloween, right? Until the day after Halloween. And that's when all the candy would go on sale, right? Halloween's over. So my dad and I would go to Walmart on, November 1st and buy out like all their candy. So we do our own trick-or-treating with just on sale candies. What do your parents think of you being a VTuber? They're pretty supportive of it. My mom was really skeptical at first, but she was mostly skeptical because in order to do the affiliate onboarding process, obviously you have to give like the website your information and personal information and stuff so that they can like pay you, right? Anytime you're getting paid for anything, you have to give them personal information of you, and so they can give you taxes and stuff like that. That was my mom's only issue about me being a VTuber, was the concept of like having to give my information to said website in order to get paid. But to counteract that, she paid for like it's like those little security, little security things that like keep track of, I don't know what they're called, but they like keep track of your personal information. They tell you if like they'll notify you if like your personal information has been found somewhere it shouldn't be, or it updates you if your personal information is found somewhere new, basically. My mom purchased one of those for me, and that's been covering me ever since I became a VTuber, because she's really scared someone's gonna steal my info. So we'll be ready if it happens. But I'll be ready if it happens. So but other than that, my parents know I'm a VTuber. They're very aware of everything. Welcome to the puppy parade, Johnny. I show them all my stuff. Like I show them my model, I show them my art, I show them how it works and stuff. Now they are confused about the concept. They're like, why would someone want to watch and give you money? Like, first of all, they're like, why would someone want to watch you? And two, why would someone want to give you money? Because I explained to them that on Twitch, you get paid for ads, but like barely. I get like 1 cent per person who watches an ad, so that doesn't really add up much, unless you're like having millions of viewers. And my mom was like, so you get money because people give you said money? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, why would they do that? And I was like, I mean, that's a good question. I don't know. We give money because you're cute. I tried to explain it to her that it was like an entertainment thing. Like if you see someone like doing like a performance on like, I don't know, the side of the street, for example, you might throw like $1 or $2 into the little hat, see someone singing, dancing, playing music, and they ask for like tips afterwards. A lot of times if you really enjoy the performance, you give it to them. That's the best way I can explain it to them. But they're like, you're not performing, you're just talking. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. People just want to hear me talk, I guess. Halloween's meant to celebrate the dead. Yes, and my parents do not like the concept of skulls because skulls represent death, and they don't want to think about death while we're still living, basically. So no skulls, nothing. This is a bad omen. Like, if you have skulls anywhere in your house, you might die. This is a bad omen. And some of their like bad omens and like teachings and stuff do pass on to me in a way that I wish it hadn't. Like, so now, like, if I see something with a skull in it, I'm like, I can't have that. That's bad. I can't have that. No, even if I don't necessarily like care too much for it, it's still ingrained in my brain that like, you can't have that. There's a skull on it. So like, I remember I bought like a sticker pack, like a mystery pack of stickers like last year. One of the sticker packs had like a skull, like decorated skull on it, and I was like, this must go in the trash now. I cannot own this. Because my parents engraved that in my head, man. You gotta go. Bye, Army. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, friend. I appreciate it. But this will be my first year. I don't know. This is a first for everything. This is my first year without my parents. I mean, my parents moved to their new house and left me here back in June, in the beginning of June. So now it's our first time just not having, like, it's my first time like not having them for Halloween. And I live with Kotaru now. He's my fiance. We're gonna get married in January. But he also, so I'm living with Kotaru now, but Kotaru doesn't really do holidays like that. Like his family didn't really celebrate it much. Like I had to teach him what day Halloween was on, because every year I'd be like, Halloween's coming up. He's like, it is? And I'm like, yes, we're in October. And he's like, what day? I think he's finally learned like what day Halloween is and stuff. But because his parents like just did not celebrate like literally anything, I have to introduce him to all these different things. Like you said, they stopped doing stuff for Christmas when he reached like 8 or 9 or something. Like they just stopped doing Christmas gifts and all this other stuff. So I'm trying to, so instead of like taking on my parents' traditions for these things, now I gotta try to establish new ones with Kotaru. Because I told him, I was like, it's important that we celebrate these holidays, especially because someday we're gonna have a kiddo, and we want to make sure that the kiddo gets to have fun with the holidays too. So we need to figure out now what we're gonna do and get used to doing that thing, so that when our little pup comes into the world, they can jump right in celebrating the stuff with us. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with Kotaru for Halloween, or if we're even gonna do anything. I don't know. I might just do what my dad always did and just go to the store the day after and buy a ton of candy. But also Kotaru's not a candy person either, so I have no idea. But definitely for Christmas, Halloween's not that big of a deal. I don't really care much for Halloween, but for Christmas, I really trying to get Kotaru to do things. Like last year I forced him to build a gingerbread house with me. We were going to do a lot of stuff, but it turned out we couldn't because he had just moved into an apartment, right? Oh, hi, Zenku. I'm a chill guy, especially when it's late, so hey. And hi, Giovanni. Do you like PBS Kids? I don't know. I'm an adult. I don't be watching PBS Kids. When I was a kid, I did. I don't know nothing about it today. I heard that it's different today now, though. But yeah, for Christmas last year, me and Kotaro were going to celebrate it. We're going to build a gingerbread house. We're going to get buy stockings for each other and fill it up with candy and stuff. Welcome to the puppy parade. But we couldn't, because he had just moved into an apartment that December, right? He just moved into a new apartment. And you know what was in the apartment? Roaches. There were so many. Welcome to the puppy parade, spooky. There were so many roaches and bugs and stuff at his new apartment that we had to cancel all plans for Christmas stuff. We did end up making a gingerbread house, but as soon as we built it, we put it in a Ziploc, we tore it apart. We took a picture, tore it apart, and put it in a Ziploc bag because we were not going to let that thing sit for longer than a second. Just because of how gross this apartment was. Do you like Nickelodeon? When I was a kid, yeah. I haven't watched Nickelodeon since high school. I think the last show I watched on Nickelodeon was, probably Victoria's. I don't think I really watched any shows after, the Victoria's era of Nickelodeon. But hi, Breakish. How are you? So this year for Christmas, we're going to get stockings. We're going to fill it up with candy. We're going to build gingerbread houses, maybe a gingerbread village. And then we're going to give each other gifts and stuff. We're going to make Christmas the best thing ever. Now that we have freedom, we have income, and someday we're going to have a kid. And I want to make sure that our kid is going to have the bestest Christmas, because I had the bestest Christmas every year. My parents always gave us a good Christmas. That tree every year would be full. Once November and October-ish came around, my dad would work overtime. He would literally work so he could get extra money to pay for us to have a ton of Christmas gifts. That's the type of thing I want to do. But I'm a teacher, so I can't really work overtime. But I do still want to give them lots of Christmas stuffs. I watch anime, a bunch of anime. Got out of anime, so could someone recommend me an anime for me? I can't recommend you anime. I haven't watched any in years. I have not watched anime in years. When I first became a VTuber back in 2021 is actually when I started to fall out of watching anime. So I haven't done that in a while. The last anime I watched was related to working with kids. It was called Uramichi Onisan. It is a really funny anime about these people who work with kids that are dead inside, and I thought it was so relatable. It was so funny. It's one of my favorite. No, I don't think that's the last anime I watched. There was this one about this group of animals. It's like these animal people, and they're like outside. What was it called? Something friends. Tomo and friends. Tomo and friends. I think that's what it's called, right? I don't know. Noble profession. Thank you. Thank you. You know what's so funny? I mentioned this last stream, but like, when you say that you're going to become a teacher when you're in high school, people talk down on you because like, you're not going to be making any money. Oh, you're going to be a teacher. Oh, you're not going to make no money. Then you go through college and everyone's like, are you sure you want this to be your profession? You're not going to make any money. Are you sure? Okay, you can be a teacher if you're really positively sure. And then as soon as you become a teacher, they're like, wow, what a great job. I really respect you for it. I'm like, do you? Because all the people, every time I told somebody I wanted to be a teacher growing up, they were like, teacher, I could never. Oh no, that's terrible. What a terrible job. And then you actually become one. Everyone's like, wow, what a great thing you do. Like, oh, okay. I don't know. I hate dolls. That's why I'm happy that my country doesn't celebrate Halloween. Annabelle scared me for life, does it? Hi, Jarvis. I don't really watch like horror movies that often, so I don't know. I've only seen like, I haven't seen like any like scary movies that were genuinely scary. I've only ever seen like really trashy one, like low rating ones that were like funnier than they were good. Because they just, I don't know, they're just really dumb. Like there's a movie called The Babadook and I cannot take it seriously. I could not take it seriously. Like genuinely, I watched it on Netflix and it's a big monster who like, you know, chasing after everybody and whatnot. But like every time the monster pops up on screen, he goes, the Babadook, Duke. And I'm like, nah, who's gonna find that scary? Who really? Your monster pulls up and he's trying to sneak up on you. Oh my god, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. And he goes, Babadook, Duke. What? That is not scary. It ruins any sort of fear at all when bro pulls up saying that. Like what? Teaching is cool. Too bad I hate children. I'm minor, but I'm not like a child. Okay. I think it's interesting when people say they hate kids. I don't really know what that means. Because, like, you know, everyone was a kid at some point. And just, I don't know, they're like innocent and wholesome. It's a weird concept to me. Like, how do you hate kids? I don't get that. Never seen a scary movie, period. I used to like scary games though. But now I'm a Base Ultra Kill fan. I can't do horror games. I can watch scary movies all day long with someone. I haven't watched them by myself. I will watch it with someone. I cannot play a horror game. I will literally like have nightmares. I remember when like I was in high school when Doki Doki Literature Club dropped. I started playing that game and I got so freaked out by what was happening that I closed the game and I watched PewDiePie play the rest of it because I couldn't handle it watching it myself. It was kind of crazy. I don't hate kids, but they're just annoying to me. Oh, they're annoying to you? Then you haven't met the right kiddos. Some kids are so sweet and they're so wholesome. Then you got the annoying ones. Yeah, some kids are really annoying. I'm a kindergarten teacher, so I get the variety. Hi, Prime. How are you? I got some of the kids in my classroom that are the sweetest little things, and I'm like, man, I hope my kids someday are like this. And then you got these other kids that are just like, oh my god, how did you end up like this? How are you this bad? That was my first horror game. Yeah, that was my first horror game too. The other horror game I've ever played was I've only ever played two. I played that new one. It's called like Mika or something. It's about the Mika girl. I don't know what it's called. Was it called Mika? I don't remember. But it was about a girl named Mika, so I don't know. Can watch horror, but just the fact that it's based on a true story, I get my blanket and sit. Oh no, I would never watch based on true stories. Those are terrible. That is terrible. Is this a Prime Soul? No, I was thinking more like, I don't know, like Sonic Prime. That's the name. Sonic Prime was an anime. It was a show. Not an anime, it was a show. I hate how people at school act like fools. Like, bro, I'm trying to learn, not hear nonsense. Yeah. It really sucks. Because some kids ruin it for the rest of them. A big issue as to why kids act up a lot more is because, you know, in modern days, schools get... Okay, let me give you a little history, all right? There was a bill that was passed. It was called the No Child Left Behind. It was made like in early like 2000s or something, and then it got revised, and now it's called the ESSA. But basically, what the ESSA, I forgot what like it stands for, bill. It tried to hold like schools accountable for like the students learning and whatnot, but all it really did was just punish schools for punishing students. Like schools get in trouble for suspending students too many times. Schools get in trouble and a lower rating for expulsions, for suspensions, for things like that. So now schools are trying their hardest not to suspend kids. That's why you got kids who act up. You send them to the principal's office, and they come back with a lollipop and a short little talk. That's all that happens. But that's because now schools genuinely get in trouble if they I don't remember how in trouble they get, like what's the consequence of said thing, but schools genuinely did get in trouble for for having more suspensions. So the goal is to have the least amount of suspensions, meaning kids that need to get suspended and expelled don't get that. Then you got inclusion, which just makes it harder for everything. So like kids who are like with disabilities and stuff get included in normal classrooms now, because they were quote unquote feeling left out before, but now it creates a different problem where these kids with disabilities in normal classrooms they get left behind, because you don't have that. I can't one-on-one help your child with disability if I'm teaching 17 kids. I got to make sure all the kids are okay. I can't like spend all my time on one. So now they don't really separate the kids anymore, but as a result, like now those kids kind of get left behind a bit. They feel included, sure, but academically they start doing pretty bad. And then it becomes a disruption for like the other kids, because now you got like this one kid who's like with some sort of like disability, whether sometimes like ADHD or like the behaviors can be destructive, but now they're like stuck in the class with you and you can't really do much about it because they got like a disability, but I'm not a doctor. I can't prescribe the medicine for it. I literally had a kid last year who acted up so bad in my class. So bad. And I talked to the mom, and the mom was like, oh, I had ADHD when I have ADHD and I take medicine for it. And I acted the same way when I was a kid. Like this girl I'm talking to, she would like hide under desks, roll around, start yelling out of nowhere, just like, out of nowhere. Like it was bad. I would be doing cartwheels, falling back. She fell out her chair so many times and hurt herself. It became a problem. Like it's hard for me to teach when I have one kid and then she's so defiant too. She'd be like, no, I'm not doing it. No. It was a whole thing. And the mom kept saying, oh yeah, she probably got ADHD. I had ADHD. She had ADHD. I had ADHD. She has ADHD. But she would never get that girl any medicine for it, because her mom said she took meds for it. And I'm like, okay, then why don't you take your daughter to get some meds too? No. So this girl just rolling around the floor in my classroom all day long last year. And now the teacher who has her in first grade has come to me for advice about her. And I've just been like shrugging my shoulders. I'm like, I don't have any advice for her. We cannot solve this child's like mental problems. She needs a therapist, a psychiatrist. That's the word. She needs a psychiatrist, someone that she could sit down to and learn how to cope with stuff. But schools don't have psychiatrists. All we got are counselors. So like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I was a chill child, mostly myself. Never talked, just sat there. Yeah, I was quiet and I was a nerd. I was a quiet nerd. It's just the name I wanted to give myself. Primeval, but couldn't, so I had to do that. And myself that name, okay. Even though I have an ADHD and autism. PSA for someone who has disabilities, they aren't a crutch. They are not tendencies. They are tendencies, not guaranteed actions. Yeah, that's why when you have something like that, you need to see someone who's like trained to do that. I'm a teacher. I'm not trained to deal with that. And also kids with like disabilities like that usually need one-on-one support to help deal with that, right? Let's say I was trained and I knew exactly how to handle said child with ADHD, right? Let's say I was trained on it. I still wouldn't be able to, because again, I'm responsible for 17 kids. I can't stop teaching a lesson to go like comfort or talk a kid to calm them down, or like help them when I got 17 kids. Any Dragon Ball fans? No, not me. My brother was a big Dragon Ball fan though. I mean, I have ADHD, but I got meds for it. My problem was anger. Yeah. I'm not really sure how it affects like this other student. I think hers was a little bit of frustration too. I noticed that she would get, so I started taking like really detailed observation notes on the student last year, right? And I noticed that she really struggled with writing and her like letters and stuff. And I noticed that she did really good in math and reading comprehension, but when it was writing, it was bad. So whenever she had to write something, she would get really mad or irritated, and that's when it would start. So I realized the pattern. I know when it happens. I know what's triggering it, what's causing it. But again, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know how to fix it. You know, the mom. So the mom was part of the problem though, right? Because I told you this kid was always saying, no, no, no. But what she would do, right? She would say, no, hey, bunny. She would say, no. And then if I said, like, I need you to do this, she'd go, I did it. I did. Is exactly how she would say it. And that's when she would claim that she did something, even though she didn't. So, like, I could be like, can you change this A to a B? You wrote the wrong letter. And she goes, I did. I'm like, girl, you didn't even pick up the pencil. Can you please change it? I did. That's how she was. Or, like, she would, like, skip the entire line with me watching her. I would watch her go to the front of the line and get right in front of me. Because I'm standing in the front, like, looking at my kids. And she would just get right in front of me. And I'd be like, girl, you just skipped the whole line. No, I didn't. I didn't. Even though I watched it, that's just how she was. And then she started like spazzing out and stuff. I don't know. I really didn't know what to do with her. I really did. Her mom was the problem though. Her mom would come to the school and curse the people at the front office out every single day. She would curse them out. You know why? Because she kept bringing her child to school late. And when you bring your child to school late, you can't just drop them off at the school and drive away. No, you have to walk up with them. You have to sign the child in so that we know who they are. Like the parent had to go up there and sign the child in and show their ID, etc. And she would get mad that she had to keep doing that. So she would curse the people out at the front every day. One day she accused the front office staff of quote unquote assaulting her because this lady pushed the front office worker. She tried to push past the front office person, but since they like obviously touched since she was pushing them, she was like, she attacked me. It was a whole thing. So her mom was like crazy. You know, I don't know what her name was. I bet it was Karen. King, you're such a good boy. You know that. You're such a good boy. But yeah, this is what then I had to tell the mom. Like I had multiple phone calls with the mom, and she would always point her finger at me. I was like, hey, during lunchtime, your child just like yelled out a curse word really loudly, and all the kids got startled, and they're telling me about it. And she was like, okay, so what did they do to make my child curse like that? Because I know my baby don't do that. And that's how she was. My baby don't do that. And because you know I know my child. Someone must be bullying her. And I was like, ma'am, your child does not speak to anybody. She literally does not talk to a single soul in the classroom. There were days that she didn't speak to a single other person. And the mom was like, well, she must be getting bullied by someone. I said, ma'am, you cannot be bullied if you don't interact with people. If no one interacts with you and you don't interact with anyone else, you're not being bullied. It's not possible. Bullying involves interactions, you know, seeing kids look at the other, like talk to the other kids, you know, touch the other kid. That's bullying. You cannot be bullied if no interactions occur with anybody. But the mom thought I was so crazy. Hey, Memphis. The mom thought I was insane. She was like, no, my child has to be being bullied. And I'm like, she doesn't talk to anybody. She doesn't interact with anybody. Nobody talks to her. Nobody interacts with her because she's mean. Welcome to the thanks for the raid. Sorry, I said the wrong script. Thanks for the raid, Jonas Panda. How are you? How are you? Here, let me give you a quick little shout out, Jonas. What were you playing? What were you doing? Oh, was that the right thing? Okay, that was the right. Okay, I thought I typed that name in wrong. I got really scared. How are you, Jonas? What'd you do? What play? What do happy? You're good. How are you? I'm sick today. I have a stomach virus. Fun fact. But I'm on the end stage of the stomach virus. I was croaking yesterday. Today I mostly just have a I have tummy cramps that come and go. Like right now I feel fine, but in like 10 minutes stomach will probably hurt. And I got tired from sitting around all day long, so I decided to stream today. But what'd you do? I'm still good though. For right now at least. I might not be good in 10 minutes. We'll see. Let's play Far Cry New Dawn and end it off with some singing. I hope you do better though. Oh, you were singing? Are you a good singer? Yeah? You singer Bean? Can you hit them high notes like a champ? Yeah? Yeah? Are you a little musician? You know how to read music? Are you a musician? So I asked a lot of questions because I'm a musician. Although I played trumpet for 9 years. I'm not a singer though. I'm definitely not good, but I have fun with it. Hey, that's all that matters, that you have fun with it. Well, if you need to raid and dash, go ahead. Get yourself a snack. Take a nap if you need to. I've been streaming for 4 years and I've only ever done karaoke streams like, I think 3 times. I think there's only been 3 karaoke streams I've ever done my entire like 4 years. That's because I get nervous. Like I don't know. I don't want people to hear me when I sing. I was living with my parents up until I was living with my parents up until June, and I didn't want them like this past June. I didn't want them to like walk in on me having like a karaoke stream. That's so awkward. That's not awkward. Fuck up to that puppy breakage. Like, cause I'm not awkward. That's awkward to me. I don't know. Like I'm over here, like my door shut. My parents' door shut, they mind their own business, and I'm over here like, last Christmas, I gave you my heart, you know, just having a little sing-off. They'd be like, oh, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have a beautiful voice. I'm glad you think so. But yeah, I've only ever done 3 karaoke streams. My most recent one being like this past summer. I only ever do karaoke streams when I'm home alone. When I'm home alone. Maybe I'm starting to get more comfortable with Kotaru being around all the time, because Kotaru moved in with me this past June as well, so I'm starting to get more comfortable with him. So maybe one day I'll do a karaoke stream while he's in the house, but as of right now I'm like, oh, Kotaru's at work, time to sing. Oh, Kotaru's hanging out with his friend, time to have a karaoke stream. I do really want to have a Christmas karaoke stream, but I don't think that's necessary because I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a concert coming up. I'm going to be hosting Rame's winter concert. We're going to raise money for Toys for Tots. We have a bunch of people who are going to be performing during that time, me included. So, myself included, I've already started working on my performance for that day. We don't have an exact date. I'm bored too. I'm bored too, Darty. I am. We don't have an exact day for the concert. I can't remember we had an exact day yet, but I know it's in December. It's like mid-December. I think it was like December 20th. I have to look back at it again, because we started working towards it back in like August. That's why I said to look back on it, because it's been a while. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. The song that I'm singing is coming out nicely. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And hopefully I don't sound like trash to you guys. I don't know. We'll see though. I plan on doing 2 songs. I can't tell you what songs they are though, because it's supposed to be a surprise for the concert. But just know that one song is an opening theme of an anime I really like. Okay, and I'm only doing the opening version, so it's in like a minute and like and a half instead of like the full like 3-minute song. And the other song I'm gonna do is an indie song. It's a song that probably like most people have not heard before, because like the artist is like super tiny, but the song is really cute and wholesome, and it makes people laugh when I sing it for them for the first time. So that'd be the perfect thing for a concert. Like I remember I played that song and sung it for my parents once, and then thought it was so funny. I was like, hey, I learned a new song, you want to hear it? And once I get to the chorus, like people giggle, because like you don't really expect the chorus to be what it is. Hey Hikari, Like, you know, like the bridge leading up to it is like, not the bridge, the verse leading up to it is like super serious. And then you get to like the chorus and it's like super cute and wholesome. And then you're like, oh, that's what kind of song this is. So, so I can't wait. I'm really excited. You gotta head off. Oh, bye, Jonas. You get some good sleepy sleeps. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate you. I hope I get well soon too. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I better be well. I don't know. If I were in it, I would sing Play It Again or Kick the Dust Up. I don't know. Neither of those songs. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the concert. I'm excited for the concert. I'm hoping it goes well. I mean, you know, since the concert is going to be a bunch of VTubers singing stuff, so like hopefully people like submit their stuff like in a timely manner so we can like review it and have everything ready, because it's gonna be real awkward if we're like, yeah, let's have a big concert, and then like only like 2 people like turn in music stuff. If that's the case, it's gonna become a karaoke stream. They're like, all right guys, we only had like 3 good like concert submissions. All right, I'm gonna sing for the rest of the time. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. I could do that. I mean, I ain't gonna be working during that time. I'm a teacher. I get winter breaks off. So we specifically like scheduled the concert to be when I would like be off for work. So that's the plan. No, I don't know those songs. There are some songs I know a lot of songs. I just don't know the names of a lot of songs. So it's possible I do know the song. I just don't know the name of the song. Last Christmas. I've wanted to do a Christmas karaoke stream for a long time though. A long time. I love Christmas songs. It's my favorite. So I can't wait. I can't wait for Christmas karaoke. Christmas karaoke! Christmas karaoke! That's all. That's all I have to say. Anyways, I think it's time for me to go back to laying down. You know, being sick and whatnot. Ooh, well. Today was an impromptu stream that I wanted to, I just wanted to stream today because I didn't stream yesterday and I'm stuck at home, like laying in bed and stuff, but I probably should go back to laying in bed. It's good for me, you know? It's very good for me, so I should probably do that. My tummy, I still have tummy aches. It's going in and out. I have cramps, so like I'm good and then I'm not good and I'm good and I'm not good. And right now I'm starting to be not good again. And then I'll be good in the next like 10 minutes and I'll be not good again. So we'll see. But alright, y'all. I think it's time for me to skedaddle. I said today would be a short stream because I'm a little sick bean. I'll see y'all again on Friday. I'm gonna play a game on Friday. I might just play Pokemon ZA since I've been talking about it so much lately. But we'll see. Okay? If I'm not sick on Friday, that is. I don't know. I have been a sick girl lately. Alright, we're gonna raid Mink because Mink is part of Rame, my VTuber group. We are a wholesome VTuber group, so like all of our content of all of our members are SFW, are safe for works. Oh, I don't know. I can't get his stream preview to load. You know, I'm Ethernet corded up. Like I'm all wired up, and for some reason I can never get this thing to work. Anyways, let's start up. Thank you guys for coming. I didn't expect anybody to show up today, considering I'm streaming at the most random time ever. You know, if you do an impromptu stream, you usually just gotta expect that people won't catch it live, but y'all caught me anyways. I mean, I guess I'm not that far off from the time I normally stream, but we are still a few hours away, you know. Well, alright guys, enjoy your day. Thanks. Like I say at the end of all of my streams, sayonara. And I really hope you have a good day. On Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time, okay? And I might be late for some of y'all, and I'm sorry, but I'll see you did, okay? I gotta work on Friday, that's why it's late. Alright, bye-bye.